Hello, hello. I was just having an interesting kind of thoughts about immigration in the UK. Now, it's a big issue, obviously, constantly in people's minds. I think whenever they vote a new government in, they're always concerned about immigration and what the government's, going to do about it, because we have a lot of illegal immigration in the UK, and the way the immigrants, any incoming illegals on boats, etc., from Dover, the way they're treated, the way they're kept in hotels and stuff. So people, I think, that tends to taint people's view of immigrants in the UK and make them dislike immigrants in general. I think a lot of people in the UK are guilty of that. Even people who are immigrants themselves are guilty of disliking immigration in the UK, which is understandable. But consider this. If we didn't have immigrants in the UK, we wouldn't have the NHS and we wouldn't have hospitals, because the vast majority of nurses, ones who work in the NHS, are immigrants. Also, care homes for the elderly. Who would look after the elderly? So we do need them. Always consider that. Immigrants from Africa are very common in the NHS and care homes. Also, we have a lot of immigrants from countries like Spain and Portugal who go into nursing. I know this because I used to work, not so many years ago, about 9 years ago this year, it will be, for a company that used to recruit nurses for the NHS and social workers. And I know from listening to phone calls myself, from doing the IT support there, that we used to hire specifically Portuguese and Spanish speakers deliberately, because we were targeting, the company were targeting Spanish and Portuguese immigrants in order to get workers for the NHS, because the NHS need them, because we got no one else who's white British who wants to work for the NHS. So without immigrants propping up the NHS, the NHS would crumble, and we wouldn't, and the care system would crumble as well. So we need them for that very purpose. So consider that next time you're having a go at immigrants in the UK and moaning about them, or having a go at illegals even. Like, the system that we have, for immigration in the UK, at least keeps our NHS going, hospitals going, keeps the care system going. Without them, we'd be utterly fucked. So we need immigration in this country, and we need immigrants from Europe, from Africa, and various other places that they come from, to prop up our NHS and prop up our care service. Bye!